What's going on, guys, and welcome to episode 7 of this backyard baseball season. In this episode, we are going to be taking on the Melonheads after a big win against the Giants, 13-1. After, in episode 3, we beat them 1-0. We come back, beat them 13-1 here. We are going to switch up our strategy, or keep our strategy the same here, with Pablo at pitcher and Kenny at catcher. Just for this game, just to see, even though Kenny has been pitching well, I want to get Pablo still pitching the same. We're also going to keep the batting order the same as well. Once again, we're facing the Melonheads here in episode 7. A new team. Let's go ahead and see what they are in the standings. They are towards the bottom at 2-4 on the year, but that doesn't mean anything, as I am going to go ahead and turn off the chatter. I will leave the ambient sound on, but I will turn off the chatter only. So let's go ahead and jump into this ball game with Sunny Day. And now we're getting ready here with the Melonheads against the Monsters. The humongous Melonheads against the crazy Monsters, with Amir Khan leading off for the Monsters. Khan hitting .476 on the year. First pitch by Jack Joseph is line drive up the middle for a base hit for Amir, and he's safely on first. And I did look at the comments, and somebody did suggest that I'd start doing the clicking for the boost. I forgot about that, and I will use those for everybody but Pablo and for Kenny, as Amir tried to steal and is unsuccessful. So gets thrown out trying to steal second. Now we're 1 strike, 1 out. And Pete is unable to put down the hit there. So now it's quickly 0-2 for Pete. Right up the middle, right back to the pitcher. And you see the speed boost because of this sprint. Again, I appreciate the person who mentioned that to me. 2 outs now for Ahmed Khan, hitting .500 on the year. That one's a long fly ball, and it is going to get caught. Lucky catch, and the Monsters go up, 3 down. Horace Young now for the Melonheads. Pablo Sanchez pitching. Here comes the slow pitch. Ground ball right up the middle. Pablo can't handle it, but Kenny, from his catcher's position, gets it out at Ahmed. Just like that, 1 pitch, 1 out. Omar Stefano now up to bat for the Melonheads. First pitch swinging for a strike. Stefano is 166 on the season. Sanchez looking in. Has his pitch, the right hook. Swung and missed for strike 2. Quickly 0-2 on Omar Stefano. Pablo with the high heat. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And just like that, there are 2 down in the bottom of the first. Here comes Nicky Winston, hitting at the Mendoza line right at 200. Here comes the 0-1 pitch by Sanchez. Swung on, popped up. Pete is under it. Is he going to be able to get there, though? No, it falls. He throws it to Stephanie, who will throw back to Pete. Now to Jocinda, cheesing the system a little bit here. We run the player back and just throw it to Ahmed for out number 3. And just like that, 3 up, 3 down for the Monsters. Scoreless inning either way. Now here comes big bad Pablo Sanchez, hitting a monstrous .772 on the year. The curveball hit right up the middle, and Pablo's going to be safe on first. Again, slow hit ball. He probably would have been safe even without hitting the boost, but Pablo is standing on first. Top of the second, Keisha up to bat, hitting .454 on the year. Been struggling for the power lately. That one is well hit, though, and right at the right fielder, and Pablo's going to get doubled off. Went from nobody out with a runner on first to 2 outs off of a line drive hit. Here comes Stephanie Morgan. And right back to the pitcher. And just like that, the Monsters go 1, 2, 3 to end the top half of the second. Pablo looking to get something started here. Here's the pitcher, Jack Joseph, hitting 166. 0-1 after that swing and miss. Sanchez looking for his pitch. Has it. Here we go. Swung on and fouled back by Jack Joseph. Pitcher against pitcher. Pablo beat him at the top part of the inning and gets him here at the bottom part of the second. Now Sheila Basanti is up, the catcher, hitting 333. The slow pitch hit in play. Stephanie can't get it. It's into the outfield. And let's see. And Basanti's going to round first and head to second on a weak ground ball, and she's going to be thrown out in the pickle. We didn't even have to cheese the system on that one. Now Arlene Perez up to bat, hitting 307 on the year. That one is hit high, it is hit far, and it is gone. Home run for Perez, and the Monsters find themselves down 1-0 at the bottom of the second. Now the good thing is this is still early for the Monsters, as the Melonheads are going to be up. But it's only the second inning, and a lot of heavy hitters for the Monsters still up to bat. Isabel Merrily will ground it up to Kenny and throw to Ahmed for out number 3. The Melonheads get on the board, lead 1-0 after 2. Here's Kenny Kawaguchi hitting 458 on the year. He started out as our leadoff hitter. Has gone down in the order, but he has thrived more in this position as that one is a ground ball, and Kenny's going to be safe on first. So again, starting an inning with a runner on first with nobody out. Jocinda Smith. We started out each of the first 3 innings. Smith hitting 523. She puts a charge into this one. It's a high fly ball. It's not going to get out, but it is going to fall for a ground rule double. Got lucky there, and now Tony DeVecchio up to bat, hitting 285 on the year. DeVecchio puts a charge into this one. It is a line drive, laser beam home run, and it is 3-0 the Monsters. Or 3-1 the Monsters, excuse me. 3-run home run by Tony DeVecchio, and now back up to the leadoff man, Amir Khan. 1-for-1 today. Amir, ground ball right to the first baseman, and he's out for out number 1. 3-1 the score. Pete Wheeler hitting 560 on the season. 0-for-1 today. He puts a line drive shot past the diving second baseman, and he's safe on first. He's going to head to second. He's going to be safe there, so Pete Wheeler with a double. 1-out double here for the Monsters. After the 3-run shot by DeVecchio. Ahmed Khan now up to bat, hitting 478, 0-for-1 on the day. He puts a charge into this one. High fly ball into the right center field gap, and that is going to drive in Pete Wheeler. And Ahmed, excuse me, not Amir. Ahmed Khan will be standing on second, and Pablo now up to bat. Pablo looking to stay white hot, pops this one straight up to the pitcher. But he can't make the grab, and Pablo is safe on first. Still 1 out for the Monsters here on the top of the third. Here's Keisha Phillips. Now she's been struggling from the 5-hole. Swung on a miss for strike 1, so maybe we change her out in the upcoming episodes. Keisha hitting 434. Ground ball, this should be an out. But she's going to make it to first, and everybody is safe. Now the bases are loaded with Monsters. 4-1 the score, and Stephanie Morgan up to bat. And she's been struggling since she moved out of that 3-hole. Strike 1 called. Morgan 0-for-1 today. Top of the third, 4-1 the Monsters lead. Morgan swings and misses for strike 2. And just looking to put the ball in play.
Takes the stretch and the pitch.
The 0-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And now Kenny Kawaguchi, who's 1 for 1 on the day, looking to help his cause. Or he's not pitching, I'm sorry. The pitcher is standing on second, and that's Pablo. And it's quickly 2-0 on Kawaguchi. Again, Jack Joseph only has 22 pitches with 1 strikeout, that being Stephanie Morgan. Kenny puts this ball into play. Going to get the out at first, and even though the Monsters put 4 on the board, and retake the lead. 4-1 the score, bottom of the 3rd. Here is Karen Donato, and that hook is low for ball 1. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Fouled away, and it's 1-1. Pablo's pitch count is good. He's at 14 pitches with 2 strikeouts. Here's the 1-1. Called strike 2 on the left hook. Bottom of the 3rd, Melonheads trail by 3. And Donato fouls that off. Still count holds at 1 and 2. Donato, 285 hitter. High, and the count evens up at 2. Sanchez working here. He's going to throw the fireball. Strike 3 called. Caught her looking. Now Liz Kinghorn hitting a miserable 142 on the year. Fouls this one straight back. And we do have that more juice option, but Pablo's not going to take it here. Kinghorn ropes it to Wheeler for out number 2. And now we're back up to Horace Young. He's hitting 400 on the year. 0 for 1 today, however. Bottom of the 3rd, 4-1 is our score. Sanchez. This one's put into play for Jocinda. Can't get it. Throws it to Stephanie for some reason. What are they doing at second? But now Young is running, and he's going to be tagged out by Stephanie Morgan. So whatever that was, works out for the Monsters, and it is still 4-0. Or 4-1. Why do I want to keep saying nothing? I don't know. Here's Jocinda Smith. 1 for 1 today with a double. She's going to swing and miss on that one. Strike 1. Again, Joseph at 24 pitches here in the top of the 4th. Jocinda puts a charge into this one. Gonna get over the shortstop head and roll to the fence. She's gonna head to second and then quickly realize she's not fast enough and get back to first. So the leadoff man has been on each of the 4 times for the Monsters. Here's the Vecchio coming off his first home run on the season. Pops this one straight up and out of play. And again, that one was a laser shot to right center field. That one is fouled straight back as well. He's right on top of it today, hitting .318 on the year, 1 for 1. Like I said, that one's high and away for ball 1. The 1-2 count. Put into play. Should be a double play, however, as that one's right at the bag. Got Jocinda at second, got Tony at first. Double play for the Melonheads. Amir Khan, 1 for 2 on the day. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Put into play. Should get the Melonheads out of the inning, but nobody's covering first. And they got... Well, that almost went out of play, but it stayed right there on the line. So Amir's going to stay at first. 2 outs, 4-1 the score with Pete up to bat. Again, not going to put Amir in motion. Pete's going to put it into play. Shortstop's going to pick it up and throw it to second for out number 3. So the extra batter doesn't hurt the Melonheads as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Pablo clicks his more juice button, and now pitch 1 is a strikeout on Omar Stefano. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swung and missed for strike 2. Again, Pablo, 3 strikeouts, 25 pitches now. And make that 4 strikeouts. Nicky Winston back up to bat. The third baseman for the Melonheads, bottom of the 4th, they need to get something going. Swings and misses for strike 1.
That's a terrific pitch.
Again, down by 3, but it is getting late. That ball is put into play. Pablo, again, can't handle it. He's had problems here today. Covers first, can't handle it off of first. Ahmed picks it up. And gonna try something here. Throws it to Pete, throws it to Kenny. That man's not moving. Throws it back to Pablo. So tried to cheese the system, couldn't get it going, and now Jack Joseph on the bat, or up to bat. Got called out on strikes his first plate appearance. Bottom of the 4th. Swings and miss for strike 2. Quickly, 0-2. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And Sheila Basanti is back up to plate. The catcher looking to do damage. And that will, but Pete Wheeler with the no. Sports Center play. Diving grab for Pete. Ahmed Khan now up to bat, has a double on the game, hitting 500 on the year. Puts a charge into this one, and not going to get out, but dead center field. So, again, for the 5th time today, the Melonheads have a runner on base, their leadoff man on base. First pitch is low for ball 1, and here comes Ahmed trying to steal second. Not able to, and he's in a pickle. And he fell down, so this is going to be trouble for Ahmed if he can get back to first. And he fell down again. And he fell down again. At this point, just tag him out. And yeah, he's slowing down. He's out of juice. He falls down again, and they finally tag him out. So now with 1 out, Pablo Sanchez, again, hitting almost 800 on the year. Swings and misses, and now it's 1-1 with 1 out. Again, I know what we were trying to do. We were trying to play a little hit and run. Pablo swings and misses, by the way. But with a ball like that, and then Ahmed misjudging how the catcher was going to be able to go, and Pablo goes down on strikes. For the first time today, Pablo goes down on, or is out. And Keisha puts a charge into this one, bounces right in front of the center fielder. They got something cooking now with 2 down. Here's Morgan, up to bat. With her bubblegum, swings and misses for strike 1. Joseph getting up there in pitches now. I mean, we're at 40 pitches with 2 strikeouts. Morgan swings and misses for strike 2. Again, takes another practice hack. Here comes the 0-2 pitch with 2 down in the top of the 5th. Swung and miss on the big freeze. And we're looking at Arlene Perez, who hit the lone run for the Melonheads, a home run back in the 2nd. This one's put onto the ground. Stephanie picks it up, throws it to Ahmed for out number 1. Bottom 5, down by 3. Here's Isabel Marlini. Or Ellie, excuse me. 133 hitter, 0 for 1 today. Marelli Puts this one into play. Pablo picks it up, throws it to Ahmed in time for out number 2. And Karen Donato up to bat now for the Melonheads. The right hook is fouled, straight back 0-1. Pablo looking for his pitch, finds it. Here comes the 0-1. Put into play, but Pablo is there for out number 3. As we head to the last inning, the Monsters lead by 3, 4-1, out hitting them 13-2. Here's Kenny Kawaguchi. The slow-mo is fouled away. And now Karen Donato is going to replace Jack Joseph.
And rumor has it, she's not a big fan of Brussels sprouts.
Really? That's weird. Melonheads towards the bottom of the standings in the league while the Monsters are at the top. The Melonheads don't look like one of the worst teams in the league, to be honest with you. Kawaguchi quickly 0-2, puts this ball into play. Third baseman picks it up, throws it to first, mishandled, and the Monsters get another leadoff man on base, and here's Jocinda Smith, 565 on the year. Puts a charge back to the third baseman. This should be a twin killing. 5-6-3. Double play. Now it's back up to DeVecchio. Last chance for the Melonheads. DeVecchio. Fly ball to the right fielder. Is gonna drop. And he's gonna be safe. So, look for a power-up for the Monsters on that. And it is the screaming line drive for Amir. 2 for 3, batting 500. And Amir puts the charge into that one. The screaming line drive pays off, but unfortunately without speed, not really going to do anything. DeVecchio will go first to third, however. First and third, 2 outs for the Monsters, leading by 3. And now Pete Wheeler steps up to bat. Only got 1 shot with that screaming line drive. Wheeler only has a double to his name today, and it's been that kind of game, to be honest with you. That ball is put into play, but foul, just foul, as it came back fair after it crossed the bag. 1-1 the count. That just clips the zone for Donato, and we're sitting at 1-2. Mirror in motion, and Pete fouls this off. Stays 1-2. Top of the 6th, Mirror's going to be going again. Why not? Balls is put into play. Amir. Pete's going to get there safely. Here comes DeVecchio. They're going to throw home. And DeVecchio comes back. Oh boy, we have another pickle. And Tony falls down. And he falls down again. And we're in trouble. And this one, he falls down yet again. Amir is now standing on third. And Tony falls down yet again. Just get him out, please. No, instead, the Monsters, or the Melonheads, mishandle it. And the Monsters have the bases loaded for Ahmed Khan. So, Tony gets out of that as Liz Kinghorn is now the pitcher. Third pitcher for the Melonheads. And Ahmed puts a charge into this one. Could it be? No. But it also falls. So Tony making his merry way. Not running hard. He's tired, though. He will score. 5-1. That pickle wore him out. 5-1 now with Pablo up to bat. Pablo swings and misses on Big Freeze. Strike 1. 4-run lead for the Monsters. Top of the last inning. The slow-mo is outside for ball 1. 1-1 the count. Pitch. Pablo puts a charge into this one. Left fielder is there, however, and cannot make the catch. Amir is in. Here comes Pete. He scores, and Ahmed's safe at second. I don't know why everybody was waiting. We had to move. So here's Keisha Phillips. 2 for 3 on the day. Swings and misses on the big freeze. 7-1 now the score. A 2-run single by Sanchez. Keisha pops this straight up, out of frame, and this should do it. But it falls right in front of the shortstop. And here comes Ahmed. I think he's still tired from the pickle. It's going to be a close call. And he is going to be out at the plate. So 3 come across the board for the Monsters as they lead 7-1. First pitch to Kinghorn is strike 1. Again, hitting 133 on the year. Spitball swung on a miss for strike 2. And here comes the fireball high for ball 1. Let's see if Pablo tries to go for the juice. No, he's going to go instead first slow ball, and now it's 2-2. 2-2, I think he's going to look for the strikeout here before he goes to the juice. Doesn't get the strikeout, but a pop-up. Stephanie is under it and makes the catch. 1 out, top of the 6th. Down by 6 are the Melonheads. Horace Young up to bat now. Line drive. Stephanie is there. Diving play. And throws it to first in plenty of time. Now there's 2 down. Omar Stefano, the last chance for the Melonheads. Looks at strike 1. Stefano 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, hitting 150 on the year. Here's the 0-1. Swung and missed for strike 2. And here we go again. The 0-2, 2 outs. The heater, strike 3 looking, and that's going to be the end of the ballgame. 7-1 the score. So, as we get ready to look at the stats here at the end of the game, again, we win the ballgame 7-1. Amir 3 for 4, Pete 2 for 4, Ahmed 3 for 4, Pablo 3 for 4. Keisha, for whatever reason, the glitch happened again, and she was 3 for 5, even though at no point did she have any more at-bats than anybody else. Stephanie, the only player that did not get a hit. Kenny, 2 for 3, Jocinda, 2 for 3, and Tony, 2 for 3. Tony, the lone player with the home run. But that's how we got our 7 runs and 20 hits. Let's see how the rest of the league did. The Hornets win 3-0 over the Rockets. The Giants reclaim second place with a 5-3 win over the Wombats. And the Sox blow out the Bombers 14-0. So there you have the standings. We are at 7-0. The Bombers at the bottom of the league at 1-6. With the Melonheads not too far behind them at 2-5. That's going to do it for this week's episode, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.